The Society for Risk Analysis, SRA, has developed a document called Core Subjects of Risk Analysis. It provides guidance on what subjects should be covered in study programs in risk analysis, the competence that unifies us as risk analysis professionals. Here are some highlights as Professor Terje Even interprets the document. First, notice that, in this context, risk analysis covers risk assessment, risk characterization, risk perception, risk communication, risk management, risk governance, and policy relating to risk. Risk analysis is about obtaining risk knowledge for real-world activities and issues, referred to as applied risk analysis, A. Knowledge on how to best conceptualize, understand, assess, characterize, communicate, manage, and govern risk, referred to as generic risk analysis, B. Consider a concrete system. What might go wrong? Why and how might it go wrong? What are the consequences? What do we know? What do we not know? What are the uncertainties and likelihoods? What should we do? Who should do what, and who should say what to whom? What are intolerable or unacceptable risks? How to be prepared in case of an event? How to build robust and resilient systems? These are examples of issues addressed in an applied risk analysis. Examples of generic risk analysis issues. How should we understand the concept of risk? How should we, in general, characterize risk to reflect uncertainties? What is the precautionary principle expressing, and how can we use it in risk management? The list of subjects is divided into 5 main categories: fundamentals, risk assessment, risk perception and communication, risk management and governance, solving real risk problems and issues. 1. Risk analysis fundamentals. This area covers fundamental issues related to risk analysis as a field and science, basic concepts and principles, including ways of representing and expressing uncertainties. The SRA glossary represents a possible basis for this category of subjects. Main focus here is on generic risk analysis, B. This generic risk analysis knowledge, B, is used for risk analysis of specific activities, A. A similar A-B interpretation can be given for the 3 coming core subject categories. 2. Risk assessment covers principles, approaches, methods, and models for identifying risk sources, threats, hazards, and opportunities, understanding how these can occur and what can be their consequences, representing and expressing uncertainties and risk, and determining the significance of the risk using relevant criteria. 3. Risk perception. This area covers issues related to perception, how affect and trust influence risk perception and behavior, the difference between expert versus lay judgments of risk, how and why do laypersons' perceptions of risk differ from those of the experts, how social trust and credibility relate to risk perception. 3. Risk communication. This area covers issues related to communication of risk, how exchange or sharing of risk-related data, information, and knowledge between and among different parties, such as regulators, experts, consumers, media, general public, can be provided. Message design and the effects of different message elements, such as probabilities, comparisons, statistics, narratives, fear appeals. 4. This area covers measures and activities carried out to manage and govern risk, balancing developments and exploring opportunities on the one hand, and avoiding losses, accidents, and disasters on the other. Key risk management strategies are 1. Risk-informed. 2. Cautionary, precautionary, robust, resilient, to meet the uncertainties and the potential surprises. And 3. Discursive strategies. Take risk is supported by, for example, cost-benefit analyses. 5. The focus is on solving real risk problems, hence of type A knowledge generation, but also practical issues related to the link between A and B are addressed. For example, practical issues caused by unsuitable risk analysis methods. Is the problem, challenge, or issue clearly defined? Does the risk characterization have a format suitable for the decision-making situation? Competence, human resources, knowledge required for the risk analysis. Risk analysis is developing as a field and science. The core subjects of risk analysis is worth studying is the clear recommendation by Terje Even. It, to a large extent, define who we are as risk analysis professionals.